If you look inside my closet, you'll see that I have a pretty good number of cosplays. And a lot of that may be is because I really do have a good number of them. Now, I'm not just talking about the normal varieties such as sci-fi and comic books. I also mean the incredible kinds from stuff like movies, TV shows, video games, and anime. And I love the hell out of them. I enjoyed looking like the characters I dress up as, and whenever I wear one at a convention, the experience was well worth it. So I'm doing a series talking about every single one of them. We're gonna analyze every single bit of them, how well they turned out, and if it's well worth it. So sit back, relax, and get your sewing needles ready, because this is CGS, aka a Cosplayer's Guide to Success. Alright, well, looks like I cannot get enough of the opening music and of course the intro sequence in this show. I mean, it kind of makes sense. pretty much seeing how I did play part of a Hatsune Miku song in the opening, that I know she is a well-known idol, so yeah, I guess for this episode, I think this is appropriate enough to talk about idols. So yeah, I'm getting way too ahead of myself right about now, so might as well do it properly, so yeah. Hey guys, this is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to another fantastic episode of course, A Cosplayer's Guide to Success, and let me tell you, this episode right about now, we're gonna be in for a real treat right about now, so yeah, and of course, for this one, unlike all the other cosplays that I've actually done, this one is going to be a little bit different for once, and trust me when I say I was actually really thrilled to actually do this one for sure. So yeah, a little bit different from, of course, the past ones I've actually showed up, but this one is, of course, really well worth it. So yeah, and to give you guys a little hint on, of course, what I'm actually going to be going for, I think I might as well go for this is that pretty much with similar to when I talked about my Miss Kobayashi cosplay some episodes back, this cosplay in general, I decided not to, of course, go for a gender-bent version of course, this character, but rather instead go for the actual character herself, So yeah, that's something I thought would be a little bit different for, of course, this episode right about now, and trust me when I say it's definitely well worth it, so yeah, I think I might as well go ahead and get right into the meat and potatoes of all this, so yeah, if you may recall right around a couple episodes ago, I've already talked about my pretty much my Venti cosplay, which is of course the first cosplay I've actually put together centering around the ever-growing popular video game Genshin Impact. So yeah, I'm actually really thrilled, of course, how well that cosplay turned out, and yeah, it was well worth it to actually show it off to all of you guys. So yeah, for today's episode, but now I've decided to do a little follow-up to, of course, my Venti cosplay, except this time it will, of course, be on another character from Genshin Impact. So yeah, this would beg the number one question: what cosplay did I actually go for? Well, believe it or not, this is, of course, the second out of pretty much the 3 Genshin Impact characters I would love to cosplay as for sure. And yeah, this is actually much like with what I said earlier. This one is, of course, letting me go into, of course, a new sacred territory for once, and actually try something a little bit different for once, almost like a little artistic experiment. So yeah, following up to, of course, my Venti cosplay that I put together, I've decided to, of course, go for another Genshin Impact cosplay, or of course another Genshin Impact character that I've been meaning to cosplay as, which is, of course, a certain little church deacon is also known, who is also a well-known idol, which goes by the name Barbara. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind. I think I absolutely love Barbara, and who doesn't in particular? So yeah, I guess pretty much ever since I've actually did my Venti cosplay, I knew right away that I've decided to go for Barbara next, and of course, she is, of course, the second Genshin Impact character that I would love to cosplay as, with the third one, in case a lot of you guys are wondering, being Amber. And don't worry, I'll definitely get to Amber some point around later on if the time is right for it. So, but hey, going a bit onto the subject for Barbara right about now, I just really love how cute and adorable she is, especially for, of course, a church deaconess. So yeah, and of course the idea of having her as a well-known idol in addition to it is, of course, something that's actually really great. So yeah. I guess pretty much since I actually did my Venti cosplaying, I've actually wanted to go for Barbara next. I figure now might be the perfect time for me to do it. So yeah, I've got everything lined up in front of me. I'm gonna go through it bit by bit just to see how this whole thing can finally be put together right about now. So yeah, let's not waste any more time, man. Let's strap our, of course, our idol hats on, or of course our church deaconess hats on, and let's go ahead and go through each piece of my Barbara cosplay bit by bit. So yeah, let's get right to it. Now, to officially start off, of course, pretty much for, of course, this cosplay in particular, I think it's appropriate enough to start off with, of course, well, obviously enough, the main costume itself, and trust me when I say you're gonna be in for a real treat once I actually show off the costume. So yeah, here it is. So yeah, what I've actually have here is, of course, the official costume for, of course, Barbara right about now, and might I say, it looks really, really nice. So yeah, and in case a lot of you guys are wondering, is that pretty much, if you recall, several times when, of course, I talked about my two Ruby cosplays, which is, of course, on my gender-bend version of Ruby Rose and my Lyren cosplay. This cosplay in particular, pretty much the entirety of it, pretty much the costume itself, as well as, of course, the shoes and the wig, which I'll definitely get to later on, as well as plenty of other accessories that I got. I managed to, of course, get straight off of FM Anime. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that I really love FM Anime for sure, and of course, when I actually, yeah, and I guess for, of course, any of you guys want to know why I love FM Anime, is that I really love the way on how well they've actually put in the amount of effort into putting in some really great quality into, of course, every single cosplay out there. So yeah, and for the case of Barbara right about now, it is no exception right about now. So yeah, when I've actually heard that they've actually got an entire Genshin Impact lineup for sure, I was stoked to see what they're gonna be in for, and of course, luckily enough, around the time I've actually decided to get my Barbara cosplay, I was lucky enough to pre-order it for sure. So yeah, I think I literally did it right around back in February of this year, and it didn't come all the way until about in between late April to, of course, mid-May in particular. So yeah, quite a few months to actually wait on this cosplay, and thankfully my Kotaro Satsumi cosplay actually came in beforehand to help bridge the gap. So yeah, I think I just figure I would get that out there for sure. So yeah, going a bit to, of course, my Barbara cosplay right about now, I have to say this looks really, really impressive right about now. Pretty much, as you can see here, they pretty much outline the entire costume, pretty much everything for, of course, the entirety of this dress in particular which is actually really quite nice. Like, of course, I really love on how well the lining for, of course, the amount of design effort they went into, of course, making this dress, and of course, let's not forget the incredible sleeves for sure, which is really quite nice, and plus I also really love the amount of detail they actually put into the bottom portion of this dress in particular. So yeah, I think with, of course, everything I'm seeing right about now, yeah, and plus I also really love the amount of detail they actually put into this one. So yeah, pretty much all of it, the entirety in white in particular, but pretty much have a right amount of color scheme with, of course, dark blue and a little bit of gold for sure, and even some nice Yeah, and plenty of other stuff that I should mention right about now, and plus, I also really did take the time to, of course, put in some of the accessories that also came with it, like, of course, for example, is, of course, these little arrows, or I don't know of what they're actually called, but I do know they actually are part of the accessories that, believe it or not, I've actually pinned onto, of course, the dress in particular, trying to actually match the look of course, the character in the game. So yeah, and of course, this really does help out, and plus, even the fabric they actually put into this one is really nice and comfy for sure. And of course, let's not forget, I also, yeah, much like, of course, probably these 3 arrows down at the bottom, pretty much at the top portion is, of course, her bow that, luckily, like I said, I actually pinned onto it just fine, and just a leg, of course, this little bad boy actually stick out on top of it. So yeah, and of course, going a bit onto the back, I also really love on the amount of detail they also put into, of course, the back of the costume. Like, I think I really love these nice frails for sure, and yeah, I think it actually does look really quite nice with this amount of detail, just pretty much to help match the same style to, of course, again, like the actual barber in the game. So yeah, I can tell when the pretty much like the game company that created Genshin Impact, MiHoYo, turns out FM Anime actually really did a lot of homework to, of course, make this character look good cosplay-wise. Pretty much, if you know the actual game, they actually took some inspiration from, of course, pretty much other stuff, or of course, other deaconess and stuff that you would normally see over at any church for sure, just to make it actually look really impressive. And again, I really love the way it actually turned out. And again, I think with, of course, these frails for sure, but also the back part where, of course, you have to tie in some stuff, almost make it look like an actual corset for sure, which I do have to admit is actually really quite nice. So yeah, and of course I cannot forget to mention, like, of course, her collar pieces for sure. Yeah, and again, it actually does help match the look and the style of course, the actual barber in the game, and plus this nice little jewel that resides on the top collar part. It actually is really quite nice, and of course, let's not forget these wonderful white stockings or white tights that came with it, which is actually really quite nice. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind, the main costume itself actually looks really impressive, and I really love the way it actually turned out. But believe it or not, I think pretty much in regards to, of course, the main dress right about now, there is, of course, one other thing that actually came with it to, of course, help give it a little bit more poof for sure. And that being, of course, this wonderful petticoat that I actually got. So yeah, oddly enough, they didn't actually list it on, of course, some stuff that you would get for, of course, the regular Barbara cosplay costume. This actually, yeah, this automatically came with it, and I will have to say it is actually quite nice to, of course, include a nice petticoat for sure, just to yeah, just to actually give the dress I'm actually wearing on top of course, this bad boy a little bit more poofiness. So yeah, and of course, it's actually one instant where, of course, I do have to work, pretty much start at the bottom quite literally, and then work my way up to, of course, what I have to do just to get into this costume for sure. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I think it's really quite nice to include this petticoat for sure. It's really quite nice, and what's that smell? Oh, it's just the petticoat. Who would have thought this petticoat would actually smell nice? Maybe a nice flower-scented cologne might have actually did the trick. Well, that could be the case. But yeah, I guess whatever the case, I'm actually really glad they included this nice petticoat for sure. It really does stand out incredibly well, and it really does help give the main dress a lot more poofiness to, of course, what it has to do. So yeah, whatever the case, I'm actually really glad they included that. And keeping ourselves to, of course, the main costume itself, there is one other thing that I should mention that, of course, that that, of course, is included for, of course, the main costume, which really does help out a whole lot. That being, of course, this wonderful belt right about now. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that the belt itself actually looks really quite nice, and I can immediately slip that onto, of course, the main costume itself once I get it on properly, and thankfully, yeah, it of course can of course be automatically buttoned on with, of course, this button for sure, and I can immediately yeah, loop around this loop, and of course snap it in for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, the belt actually looks really quite nice, and of course attached to it, to which I was lucky enough to, of course, put on, is of course this wonderful yeah, this wonderful book that actually came with, of course, all the other accessories that I actually got for, of course, this costuming in particular. And yes, I should mention right about now, pretty much the accessories that I actually got pretty much came in a separate package, pretty much apart from the main costume itself, just so that everything won't cram in just fine. And I'll definitely give FM Anime credit for, of course, exactly that for sure. To which, yeah, I think hold on one second. I need to get something real quick. All right, there we go. So yeah, pretty much going to get ourselves off topic right about now is that pretty much with, of course, the order I actually got, I of course got pretty much these two business cards for, of course, FM Anime for sure, and I have to say they actually are really quite nice that I actually got those for sure. So yeah, I say it's actually well worth it to, of course, get these business cards, and again, it actually came with, of course, the two packages that I got, containing both the main costume and all the other accessories that I actually got. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire it, hands down. So yeah, going back on topic right about now with, of course, this spell book, I have to say it really does look really impressive, and really is presentable on, of course, this belt for sure. And luckily the best part about it is that quite literally on the back there is a literal switch on the back of it. So yeah, and quite literally I actually tested out numerous times, and of course it caused barbarous vision on, of course, this excuse me. So yeah, it causes barbarous vision on the actual book itself to officially light up. Yeah, I'll go ahead and demonstrate that right about now, and yeah, there we go. So yeah, I say this actually does look really great to, of course, see barbarous vision actually light up. But I guess just to help save it power, I've decided to, of course, leave it off for sure, just so that I won't actually let it run out of juice for sure. So yeah, it actually is quite nice to, of course, light it up, but I've decided to keep it off for sure, just so that it won't completely run out of juice for sure. So yeah, which is actually quite saying a whole lot, seeing how the switch is, of course, attached to some wiring for sure that pretty much runs part of the outside of course, the back of this book, but mainly on the inside for sure. So yeah, but I will have to say they did an incredible job with, of course, this book for sure, and it really does go great with, of course, the belt for sure, and yeah, quite literally I have to literally slip it on to, of course, the main costume once I actually get it on. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I'm really impressed with, of course, this book in particular. So yeah. Alright, so of course, I managed to, of course, get the majority of course, the main costume out of the way. I think it's appropriate enough to, of course, talk about the next thing that I should mention right now is, of course, Barbara's wonderful boots for sure. So yeah, I guess for, of course, what I'm actually seeing, I'm really impressed with, of course, Barbara's boots right about now. And I think they actually do look like the ones from, of course, the actual game for sure. Like, of course, these pretty much from the amount of detail they actually put into it, from, of course, the top to the bottom, is actually really quite nice. Pretty much the majority of it entirely in white, with, of course, the bottom being all black and stuff, and of course pretty much these sleeves on top being all blue, with, of course, some gold lining for sure, and let's not forget to mention some black, pretty much some black laces going all the way down for sure. It actually really does look quite nice, and yeah, I think they really did put in a lot of detail to, of course, these boots in particular. So yeah, and of course, much like, of course, pretty much everything else that I should mention, this one actually came separate for sure, so I did literally have to wait a while until the boots actually arrived, but I still say it really did pay off just fine, and again, the boots actually turned out fantastic for sure, so yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire on how well the boots for, of course, this cosplay actually turned out, so yeah, they actually look very elegant, but very pretty at the same time, so yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire that. And of course, the last thing that I should mention right about now, which of course is pretty much a really big deal for, of course, this cosplay is, of course, well, her wig for sure. So yeah, pretty much as you can see here, this wig I've actually got pretty much actually came with, of course, the other accessories that I actually got for, of course, this cosplay for sure. So yeah, and I think for what it is, the wig actually does look really great for sure. They really did put a whole lot of effort into actually stylizing it to make it look like Barbara's hairdo for sure. And of course, I should mention this right about now, pretty much with everything else I have to say for, of course, this cosplay, the hat itself I actually got with everything else for, of course, the main costume, with, of course, the cross, the hat that pretty much came with all the other accessories that I literally pinned onto, of course, this hat for sure, and it actually does look really nice for sure, and quite literally I had to pretty much go for a similar route to, of course, what I did with, of course, my tuxedo mask cosplay, to which if you can see right here, yeah, I think yeah, probably right around over here, yeah, those that pin over there, that is pretty much I literally have to pin this hat onto, of course, the wig for sure, so that way it can actually stay on properly, and thankfully it does do the job fine, and I really like the way it actually turned out. But yeah, I think pretty much yeah, I think for what it is, I think the wig itself is actually really quite nice, but hey, it doesn't actually stop there. Oh no, because believe it or not, it also comes with these wonderful side ponytails for sure, and I'll go ahead and put this down right about now. So yeah, pretty much for the main wig itself, it also comes with, of course, these nice side ponytails for sure, and the best part about it is that I got them clipped on for sure, and you can literally see those hair clips really pretty much underneath the whole wig hair for sure. So yeah, I think it's actually a really good way to, of course, get that taken care of. Pretty much, I can actually slip on the main wig first, and then I can follow that up with, of course, the two side ponytails, and put them onto each side, making sure they're nice and even for sure. So yeah, that could be a bit of a challenge for sure, but I still have to say it really did the job fine for sure. And yeah, what else can I say? Pretty much for everything I have to say for, of course, this wig, I'm actually really impressed on how well FM Anime actually turned out. And so yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have to say for, of course, my Barbara cosplay right about now. So yeah, I guess it's pretty obvious right about now that the only thing left to do is, of course, try the whole thing on for sure, just to get into that feeling right about now. And luckily that will be the case, because luckily enough to prep myself up for, of course, this cosplay, I literally took the time to actually buy a body trimmer off of Amazon well before my everything for my Barber cosplay has officially arrived for sure. So yeah, luckily all of my body hair is completely gone, pretty much from my arms to, of course, my chest, and even my legs in particular, all the hair completely gone for sure. So yeah, I'm already prepped up for, of course, for what I'll need to, of course, jump into that cosplay for sure. So yeah, and I guess I know it will be quite interesting to actually see me in that dress for sure, but hey, I'm doing it just for all of you guys for sure. So yeah, let's not waste any more time, and let's get right on to my Barber cosplay in 3, 2, 1. Alright, well, well, here I am, and of course, my Barbara cosplay right about now, and yeah, I guess so from the looks of it, this looks absolutely fantastic for sure. I really actually do look like the actual Barbara itself, and yeah, much like how I felt about the actual character in the game itself, I actually do kind of look cute in this cosplay, so yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that this cosplay itself, I am madly in love with it for sure, and yeah, I guess it's not every day that you would actually get a chance to actually see me, and of course this dress right about now, but hey, I do think it actually did pay off for sure, so yeah, I think with, of course, everything I'm actually seeing right about now, pretty much for the entirety of course, this cosplay for sure, I do look really, really fantastic, for sure, and yeah, pretty much from the way you're seeing it right now, from, of course, the front and the back for sure, I say this actually really does pay off for sure, and yeah, I think for, of course, I think FM Agame did a really fantastic job in, of course, putting together this incredible Barbara cosplay right about now, and yeah, I do think the, pretty much the way to actually get this cosplay well after I pre-ordered it really did pay off for sure, so. And of course, on top of that, I am really glad to actually follow up on, of course, my Venti cosplay with this, so yeah, I guess we're sorry about that. Looks like a bit of a wig going to my mouth. So yeah, I hate when that happens, but hey, I'm working around it. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire the way on how well I've actually put together this incredible Barbara cosplay right about now. Just mainly looking like the actual character herself in the actual game for sure. And yeah, like I said, what else can I say is that I definitely do look cute and adorable in this cosplay for sure. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I am really excited to, of course, debut it at a future convention sometime pretty soon, and yeah, I think I might be lucky to actually meet up with other Genshin Impact cosplayers later on, and yeah, I think I do hope to, of course, probably one day do a really nice photo shooting, of course, this cosplay at any church that I can find that can represent the Church of Avonius. So yeah, you can't actually have me be the church deaconess and have me at, well, an actual church for sure, but we shall definitely have to wait and see on that, so yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire the way on how well I've actually done with, of course, my Barbara cosplay right about now, and I've already got a couple variations on, of course, this character that I would love to do later on. Yeah, the first one, I think I might show off in a future episode sometime soon if the time is right, and the other one would probably make me even more cute and adorable on this, so yeah. But yeah, probably just to give you a little hint for sure, let's just say I think for the two variations of course, my Barbara cosplay that I would love to do, one is, of course, probably to help her, of course, pretty much get her into the nice summer feel into it by going to a really nice beach for sure. I'll let you figure out which one it is. And of course, the second one I would do is probably, yeah, let's just say I think she might, I think given for the fact that one of her lines in the game is, "Let's dance." So, yeah, let's just say I think pretty much the second variation of course, my Barbara cosplay will, of course, make her want to do a little nice pirouette. So yeah, I'll definitely leave that for the future to decide on that one, but regardless on that, I would love to do different variations of course, my Barbara cosplay in the near future, but for now, I'm actually really impressed on, of course, this one that I've actually got overall for sure, so yeah, I think for what it is, I really do admire the way my Barbara cosplay actually turned out, and I can't help but fully recommend FM Agame for sure. Definitely go check these guys out, and I couldn't help but thank them for, of course, putting together this incredible cosplay, as you can see here, so yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire the way my Barbara cosplay actually turned out, and I'm really excited to, of course, debut at a future convention sometime pretty soon, mainly just as an excuse for me to, you know, look cute and adorable in this. So yeah. Which reminds me, I've definitely got to work out on, of course, my Barbara impression in order to do exactly that. But either way, it is really fantastic, and I couldn't help but recommend it all the way through. So yeah, really love my Barbara cosplay a whole lot, and I really cannot wait to see what comes next for, of course, this one. And yeah, like I said, I think I am hoping to do Amber sometime soon, but that won't be until some point around later on for sure. But hey, we shall have to wait and see on that. So yeah, like I said, really love my Barbara cosplay. I definitely look cute and adorable in this, and yeah, I'm really excited to, of course, debut at a future convention sometime pretty soon. I've already got one in my mind to officially debut it, but I'm really looking forward to it nonetheless. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for sure. So yeah, I think it's a good way to, of course, end it there. So yeah, with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much do it for, of course, this episode of A Cosplayer's Guide to Success. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and of course, as usual, if you have any constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future, then by all means, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. And of course, as always, if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future, then go ahead and send me an email to this email address, backley95@hotmail.com. And of course, as always, if you want to see some, if you want to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos in the near future, as well as, of course, some plenty of other stuff that I got going on personally, as well as show off some awesome cosplays, like, of course, this adorable one, as you can see here, then go ahead and follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty of other social media sites I have provided. All the links to them are down in the description box below. And of course, as always, if you want to show your support for me, and of course see some incredible sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget, then go ahead and support me on Patreon at patreon.com/AckleyTagTV. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of on my channel, if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future, then by all means go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that'll pretty much do it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of A Cosplayer's Guide to Success, and yeah, feels great to, of course, finally get this episode out with, of course, this adorable church deaconess right about now, and that's saying a whole lot, seeing how, if you know, in the past several videos that I did, which I should have mentioned earlier, I've already got a good number of compilation videos of course, me in my Barbara cosplay, doing some stuff that I put up onto my TikTok, so yeah, definitely go check those out if, of course, you want to see me, of course, this cosplay getting to the field, whether it be, of course, pretty much being like the actual character herself and matching her personality, or, of course, see her do a wonderful dance as, yeah, like I just did, but yeah, that's definitely saying a whole lot, so yeah, I guess for, of course, the next episode of the show right about now, I think we might as well, pretty much see on what I've got lined up for sure, because I will say this, much like my Kotaro Satsumi cosplay, this cosplay I'm going to show off in the next episode is, of course, already got me lined up for Season 2 of an anime that I saw recently that I really admired, so yeah, I'll definitely leave you guys at that, and I guess until then, I'm definitely going to work out on, of course, my 2 variations of course, my Barbara cosplay coming up, and once those actually come around, I'll definitely let you guys know, so yeah, and I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll not only see you in the next video, but in the words of Barbara herself, may the Agamo outcome protect you. Yeah, I don't know if I actually say it right, but hey, I think that's close enough, so yeah, I'll definitely leave you guys at that, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. man, you really went through a whole lot of trouble just to, see me in this, dress in this, video. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I'll definitely leave it at that.